we come back to you in a minute. Now we move on to our next news. The new Superman film has soared to a 217 million global opening with strong numbers in the US and Canada. David Cornsweet debuts as the Man of Steel in a reboot directed by James Gunn. While domestic sales shine, international figures trail behind. Meanwhile, James Gunn also unveiled the first official poster of Supergirl, teasing the next DC chapter after Superman's success. Warner Brothers is calling it a crucial win. Let's have a deeper look at Superman's supersized return to the big screen. Superman's box office flight continues, smashing past $217 million worldwide just days after its release. David Cornsweet's debut as the Man of Steel delivers a strong start in the US and Canada with $122 million. The film added another $95 million overseas, though international numbers remain modest compared to domestic. Director James Gunn calls the response incredibly gratifying as he kicks off a new DC cinematic universe. Warner Bros. Now celebrates its sixth #1 opening of the year, solidifying its 2025 comeback. With Rachel Brosnahan as Lois Lane and Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor, the cast brings new energy to the iconic franchise. Gunn says the film's message is about kindness despite backlash over comments linking Superman to immigration themes. Warner Brothers now looks to build on this momentum, with a Supergirl spin-off slated for next summer. As the industry struggles to match pre-pandemic numbers, Superman proves there's still big screen magic left. Bureau Report, NewsX World. Now we move on to our next news. Blake Lively's deposition in her legal fight with Justin Baldoni has been postponed to July 31st, a mutual decision after a co-defendant was dismissed on jurisdictional grounds. But the delay has sparked fresh controversy. Baldoni's team is accusing Lively of using her star power to control the deposition's location, claiming security fears are as just a tactic. Lively's camp disagrees, saying her concerns are legitimate. The legal clash over the alleged smear campaign continues to escalate. Now we go back to our guest discussion with Sanidhya Kumar. He's an advocate. Thank you, Sanidhya, for staying with us. Now, how much weight do courts give to security concerns when a star requests special handling?
Asuma, it has a huge part to play in it. And before I start off on your question, I'd like to tell you that, there are times when two parties in protracted litigation are at odds with each other, they're at each other's throat. The same thing might not be shared by the counsels that are representing both sides. There's common courtesy that we counsels usually follow. When there are security concerns, when there's something that's extremely private and it's actually a legitimate concern and we counsels know, those are the times when you have to sort of let go. You have to give the other side the benefit of the doubt, and the courts do that as well. The same venom that either side may have for each other is not going to be shared by the counsels. And in this specific case also, the reasons for the delay and the postponement are quite complicated. If you actually go into it, I had a chance to read the documents that were on show. They actually show that the request was it was a joint request that was accepted by the court. So either Blake Lively's camp or Mr. Baldoni's, they probably got in touch with the other, and that is how it sort of turned into a joint request to be accepted by the court without too much of an issue. And obviously the media would take it into a different. They would absolutely take it into a different angle. But the reasons were quite complicated. They were quite credible.
And Sandhya, if Baldoni's team does prove Lively is delaying intentionally, what could be the consequence?
So there are usually two consequences that follow. either a part of her testimony or her testimony entirely could be annulled. But that is the worst case scenario. Usually, courts they 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 do usually levy a cost on the side. The cost can be paid in monetary terms. That's as far as it goes in India, at least in our jurisdiction. That's the norm. But again, when it comes to this specific case, it's my understanding that the request was made on a joint request, and it wasn't opposed by either party. So I don't really see this turning into another standoff between Mr. Lively and Miss Lively and Mr. Baldoni.
Thank you very much, Santia.